Test. And it's over here on out, right? Main out. I'm going to turn this down. Test. One, two. Headphones? Test. One, two, three. Got it. Test. Good evening and welcome to Butch Butler Field. It's baseball night, Colorado. Tonight it's the Northridge Grizzlies who are coming in at 5-6, taking on the what is it? Not Centaurus. It's Skyview Wolverines who come in at 1-3. Mike Ray, Warren Ray, Cam Gibson bringing it to you. Good to have you along. And it's really, if you think about it, this is the time of the year where you're doing some table setting. A little bit hotter. Yeah, got it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. We good?
Yep.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm going to turn it on mute.
All right, Cam.
Good afternoon and welcome to Butch Butler Field. It's baseball night, Colorado American Legion style. Mike Ray along with Cameron Gibson and Warren Ray and Scott Gibson bringing it to you. Good to have you along. This is the opening game of the webcast for the season. And you see out in the field the home clad in navy blue trimmed with white and, of course, their standard red, which is the Northridge Grizzlies. And they are taking on the Wolverines from Syview. We're in the first inning. There's one out. 1-2 pitch on the way, going to be low and in the dirt block nicely. On the mound here for Northridge this afternoon, it's Gonzo Rodriguez, number 38. We'll give you the lineups here momentarily for Northridge. Northridge comes in at 5-6 so far. This is C-League baseball. Next pitch is a curveball waved at for a strike, gets the final out. So really it's a 1-2-3 inning here for Gonzo and the Grizzlies, and there's no score. As you know, in American Legion, this has been going on since 1925. That's correct. There are 82,000 players that play across the nation every year in America. So if you take a look at the numbers, if you're keeping score as far as American Legion is concerned, and if you're giving them a grading scale, American Legion not only has 82,000 players that play every year, but we'll also add to that 55% of all Major League Baseball players since 1925. That means every year have played American Legion baseball that plays in Major League Baseball. Also, if you think about what's going on as far as creating jobs for some of the players, if you want to call it the graduates of American Legion, many have gone on to coaching careers, both in the high school and college realms, as well as the major leagues. So right now, we are seeing on the mound and out in the field, in their white and purple along with black pants, this is the Syview Wolverines. Really, you think about how valuable baseball is in the summer. Really, this is a table setter, if you will, for a lot of the season that comes up in the spring. If you talk to a lot of coaches, they talk about the value of playing summer baseball and how it really gets a lot of the newer players that are coming up after the seniors have left. And what happens is it gets them ready for the season in the spring. Scott Bullock from Rocky Mountain talks a lot about that when we've interviewed him in the past and how valuable American Legion, as well as the rest of the leagues that play throughout the summer. So the starting lineups here for the Northridge Grizzlies, they are the home team. It's number 29, Reed Caston. Batting second is Joe Limbardelli. You probably remember that name. We've called his name. He is a basketball player and a very good basketball player. Batting third is Cesar Galvin, and he's number 28. And batting cleanup is Mike Varon, number 14. So Caston Reed stepping to the plate. And he is at second base this afternoon. We'll talk a lot more about what's coming up in American Legion baseball, but now it's the chance here for the Grizzlies to get something going here in the bottom half of the first inning. First pitch fastball just outside, taken for a ball, and it's ball one. As you know, the league really that as far as baseball night Colorado is concerned, next pitch is going to be a little bit high. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. But we're getting kind of a late start as far as the webcasting is concerned because of the weather that we had finishing out May. Next pitch is a fly ball to center field. Center fielder waving over, makes the catch for the first out. There's one down. So it's Limbardelli, number 25, stepping to the plate. He is the shortstop. Of course, we do remember him from basketball. Played a key role here for the Grizzlies this past season. You can watch a rebroadcast of this as much as you like on, we've now changed it. Originally, we were radioactive 247sports.com for the last 5 years. We thought we'd make it a little easier for you, so we just shortened it up. It's now Rad Sports, and you can find it on rad247sports.com. Next pitch is taken for a ball with one out, and it's 1-0. Temperatures today hovering in the low 80s. Last night, very cool. Of course, we had a lot of rain. Next pitch hammered into left field for a base hit. So with a one-out single, it's Limbardelli who's going to camp on first base. Coming up to the plate is number 28, Cesar Galvan. Cesar, the first baseman. You can see this is a big team here. And you think about this, this is a C team that's playing out here this afternoon. Next pitch hit, going to be foul down the left field line, out of play. So some free swing in here this afternoon by the Grizzlies. And looking to try to scratch one over the plate here in the first inning. Nice little breeze coming in and a welcomed breeze. Gojo's played here earlier. Pickoff move got Limbardelli. They're going to get him, and the throw's too high. So Limbardelli now going to advance to third. Here comes the throw, going to easily get in. Gets past the pitcher, but Limbardelli wisely holds up at third. So potential here now for Northridge. A fly ball will score a run here in the bottom half of the first inning. Looks like Norm Johnson, the umpire, behind the plate here this afternoon. Norm, of course, been around the league a long time, calling balls and strikes here throughout northern Colorado. Next pitch, there's the curveball. It's going to be fouled away. Count still remains at 0-2. Good battle here with Galvan. Looks like the Grizzlies are sporting some new jerseys here. Of course, they're wearing their navy blue trimmed in white, and you can see the Grizzly logo on their chest. You think about what we're seeing here as far as the size of these players. What's the varsity look like? Next pitch going to be a slow roller to the shortstop. He's going to go to first, gets the out, but a run is scored on the ground ball, so it's 1-0. Northridge on top. Good to have you along here. We would normally call it the game of the week, but we're now calling it Baseball Night Colorado. You will see a number of dates here in the future, every Saturday night potentially until the 21st. We'll finish it up with Gojo's on the 21st. First pitch taken for a strike, and it's now 0-1 with 2 outs. At the plate and batting cleanup is Mike Varon. Varon is the center fielder. A 1 pitch, steady diet of changeup and curveballs. Count evens at 1-1. This is game 1 of 2 games. We'll be webcasting both of these games here this afternoon and this evening. 1-1 pitch on the way, curveball. It's going to be a slow roller to the shortstop. Going to go, fires across, gets him in time, but 1 run is in on the ground ball. So after 1 in the books is 1-0 Northridge. You're watching Colorado American Legion Baseball here on Rad 247 Sports. Good to have you along. We're going to take a short break. Top half of the second inning. Good to have you along on Baseball Night Colorado here in Greeley, Colorado. We're at Butch Butler Field here. Big tradition, of course, over the years of baseball being played here. First pitch by Gonzo is outside, actually taken for a strike in the outside corner. Fastball, and it's 0-1. So Grizzlies opening up the first inning with a nice moving the runner over to third, then, of course, the ground ball scoring the run. Next pitch taken outside, evening the count at 1-1. You know, we were just commenting during the break on the size of some of these players. This is C-League. This is about sophomore age players and looking a lot like varsity players already. Next pitch fouled away on the fastball by Gonzo. Count goes to 1-2. Earlier, before we came on the webcast, Greeley Gojos playing against Gary, Nebraska, and went down to defeat in that one. The final game of the season, which is July 21st of our webcast here in Greeley, will be Gojos against Gene Taylor. Next pitch waved at on the curveball and strikes him out. Courtesy throw just to make sure, and there's one down. So Gonzo coming in, doing a fine job of mixing speeds, not only with the fastball, but using a curveball as well as a slider and hitting corners, and more importantly, the level of where the ball is at. It's both high pitches, next pitch is fouled away on the fastball, and it's now 0-1. But you think about the control that we're seeing already in this ball game, and if he could maintain this, could be very tough here for the Wolverines here this afternoon. 0-1 pitch on the way inside at the knees. Good placement on the inside corner. Basically jammed him, and the count very quickly goes to 0-2. Warren Ray doing the shooting here this afternoon. Good to have him along. At the controls is Cameron Gibson. 0-2 pitch taken on the inside. Catches him on the corner looking. Painted that inside corner on the black and strikes him out. Quickly, there's 2 outs. So Rodriguez doing a fine job here this afternoon. Also, think about how valuable he is, not only as far as his pitching is concerned. We'll see him in the next inning when he hits, but he is also a very good hitter as well. First pitch is letter high fastball waved at for strike, and it's 0-1. Colorado American Legion Baseball, what a tradition. You think of some of the names over the years that have played in this and are currently playing now in the major leagues. Next pitch, fastball blows it by him. Waved at again, and it's now 0-2 with 2 outs. So we're just going to have to call him Game Time Rodriguez. He is coming out smoking here this afternoon with some impressive stuff. Curveball inside missing. Count goes to 1-2. Traditionally, you like to see pitchers like to waste a pitch when they have 2 strikes that early and try to get him to wave at it. This one just a little bit too inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top half of the second inning. Good to have you along. Rodriguez delivers and strikes him out. So making quick work here in the top half of the second inning is Gonzo Rodriguez. So after 1.5 in the books, it's 1-0 Northridge. Welcome back to Butch Butler Field. It's American Legion baseball. Bottom half of the second inning, Northridge stepping to the plate. Taking a strike on the inside corner is Hayden Rose. Hayden is catching here this afternoon, doing a good job. Obviously, good placement of the ball. He's got a good pitcher on the mound, too. Next pitch is a curveball, gets past the catcher, and the count evens at 1-1. Beautiful day here at the ballpark. If you get a chance, we still have another game here coming up later on this evening. That gets underway at around 7:30. Next pitch took a little bit off. Takes a strike. It is now 1-2. So in this inning, it's Hayden Rose, followed by Gonzo Rodriguez, and then it's Ricardo Sanchez. Next pitch fouls it away. So staying alive is Rose. One thing that I like that I'm seeing already with Northridge is that a lot of bat control. They're just trying to get the bat on the ball and extending the count here so far early in this ball game. 1 ball, 2 strikes, whereas in the other case, we've already seen how quickly Rodriguez is working here this afternoon. Yeah, Rodriguez's pitch count so far for Northridge has to be really low. Next pitch is fouled away. Count still remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the key here for Northridge, as we've seen with Rodriguez pitching for Northridge, and really for the Wolverines, is to start mixing up the speeds. And you can see the pitcher for Syview trying to go more curveballs here in this inning. There it is again. Lazy slider, fouls it away, and the count's still at 2-2. One thing that you like when you have a team that is a good contact hitting team is you try to get the pitch counts up early by fouling them away and trying to get them out early in the ball game. Try to get him out by 4th or 5th inning because he's thrown so many pitches. 2-2 pitch, going to be pulled down the left field line, foul. Count still remains at 2-2. So a lot of season left here. Of course, we're sitting on the 23rd of June. We'll tell you more of what's to come. Next pitch outside on the changeup. Count goes to full. So Rose doing a good job of extending and watching the ball. And he has to come in fat here somehow to try to get him out, meaning for the Wolverines. There's the fastball pulled down the left field line, gets the base hit. So waiting nicely and getting a fat one was Rose, and he gets the base hit with nobody out. Coming to the plate will be the pitcher, Gonzo Rodriguez. We've already seen a great job so far this afternoon on the mound. We'll see what he can do with the bat. One thing that we're going to do differently this year, at least in Greeley anyways, is give player of the game awards for each game. So far the candidate is the man with the bat in his hand right now, one of the leading candidates in Gonzo. Rose at first pitch outside, goes to 1-0. We'll see what kind of speed Rose has on the base pads. Usually catchers aren't known for speed. But these more modern-day catchers, you see a lot of them are converted infielders and can run very well. Obviously, Austin Barnes, who now plays for the Dodgers, who played with the Rockies, gets back in time on the throw. Barnes, a very good example now, of course, playing with the LA Dodgers, made a huge difference last year with his speed on the base pads as well as behind the plate. Kind of the new modern catcher that's out there. Curveball nicely placed at the knees on the outside corner. Goes to 1-1. So lefty against lefty. So far in the ball game, hits are even at 1 apiece. No errors so far. They didn't apparently record that on the throw. Next pitch knocked down nicely by the catcher. Count goes to 2-1. That's one of the nightmares you think about young catchers when they have to start learning how to throw their bodies behind an errant ball like that, and when you're trying to keep your team in the game. 2-1 pitch curveball, hit foul down the left field line. Nobody even near that. So the count goes to 2-2. Again, the Grizzlies extending the counts here so far early in this ball game. Two balls, two strikes. Nobody out. Ball gets away from him. Obviously, Rose easily going to run to second, looking to extend it to third. Catcher gets back in time to get him and hold him to second. But that was just a wild pitch, just totally got away from the pitcher for the Wolverines. So a throwing error on the pitcher and an opportunity. We saw that earlier in the first inning where there was an errant throw at second. Runner advanced for Northridge to third, and of course the ground ball that scored the one run. So next pitch is outside, and he walks him. So Northridge looking to go 500 here this afternoon with this ball game if they go on to win this. Wolverines looking to get a little closer to 500, coming in at 1-3. If you'd like to find out more about American Legion baseball, and specifically Colorado American Legion baseball, really simple. Just go to www.calb.org. There is a brand new website. It's real pretty, and you can actually see right on the very front page who is playing all week long. They have a kind of a rotating system there, and you can go and see who's playing all this next week. So still nobody out, 2 men on. We're in the bottom half of the second inning. Nobody there, of course, looking to really just bluff the runner back, meaning Rose. So threatening here in the bottom half of the second inning. Next pitch is hit foul down the right field line, and it's 0-1. So it's Ricardo Sanchez followed by Ryan Kelly, and then Ramirez, Louis Ramirez. You can see the cat and mouse game at second. Next pitch is going to be a slow roller just past. Going to be a tough play going to first. If he can get him, he does. Good play at shortstop because that was a slow roller on the grass, just getting past the pitcher. But they get him at first, and there's one down, and the runners advance to second and third. Coming to the plate is Ryan Kelly. Kelly is the left fielder. Most likely Ryan is pretty fast, and we'll see if it makes it tough on that infield if he produces another slow roller to either the shortstop or the third baseman. First pitch taken on the outside corner, nice fastball. Good way to open this one up, and it's 0-1. So we'll see what kind of character. This is the time when you build character in the summer. Next pitch inside, hits the inside corner. First outside black, then inside black, and quickly it's 0-2 for the Wolverines. Good location on those fastballs. Next pitch going to be low, knocked down nicely by the catcher for the Wolverines. It's now 1-2. One ball, two strikes. Next pitch took a little bit off, hit to center field. Center fielder is there, makes the catch. There's the tag. The run will score. So again, getting the bat on the ball and doing exactly what you would want your left fielder to do, meaning Ryan Keller gets the sacrifice fly, and quickly it's 2-0 Northridge. So coming to the plate is Louis Ramirez. He's the 9th batter. And we're just in the bottom half of the second inning. First pitch going to be inside and high, and it's now 1 ball and no strikes. Next pitch is inside. Low and at the knees, painted the black, and it now evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Set and delivers, going to be low, knocked down again nicely by the catcher. Doing a good job. And that's what you want if you're a catcher and a pitcher. Obviously, the catcher doing a good job of keeping things in front of them, and that if you're on the mound, you know you can be a little bit more liberal and a little bit more loose as you're throwing those pitches. So it's 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 run is in. Next pitch is going to be a slider down low, fouled away. Count goes to 2-2. So Northridge doing a good job of just getting their bat on the ball. Of course, they scored their first run on the grounder to the shortstop, which produced a run. And then the fly ball here to center field, producing a second run. Dug out nicely again. Count goes full. And last time when we saw Kelly, and of course even before Kelly, meaning Sanchez, that's when the fastball came across the plate, and of course the ball was hit. Next pitch hit, going to drop for a base hit. This could go too, we'll see. They're waving him in from second base, and Northridge scores another run. So a nice set of hitting here by Louis Ramirez, getting his bat on the ball, very patient, sends it to center field. It's now 3-0 Northridge. So we're at the top of the order again with only 1 out. It's Caston Reed, followed by Joe Lambardelli. Man on first. Next pitch going to be taken on the outside corner. And it's now 0-1. So if you're pitcher facing somebody like Northridge, who does have very good bat control and very patient, this is one of those testers here this afternoon with a 3-0 lead, meaning Northridge. 2 good pitches in the same location, quickly goes to 0-2 on the fastball on the outside corner. So 2 hits on the afternoon here for the Northridge Grizzlies and 3 runs. Dug out nicely. You can see the catcher really getting out of the box quickly to knock that one down. Kept the runner at first. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Next pitch is hit to the shortstop. Shortstop going to come up firing. And bobbled it first, so he's safe. So men at first and second, and an opportunity here for Lambardelli to get another base hit and keep this rally going. So Lambardelli obviously is another good hitter. They have him number 2 in the lineup. Good reason for that. It'll be interesting to see if he plays football this next year also. First pitch is fouled away. Count is 0-1. Crowd's starting to build a little bit here on the Northridge side. Of course, good turnout here this evening. Game 1 of 2 games here. The second game, of course, will be under the lights. 0-1 pitch hit, and it's going to be a base hit over the second baseman. They're going to send the runner from second and scoring. You have men at the corners. So it's 4-0 Northridge, and the bat's really coming alive. And that pitch was low and at the knees, but just reaching for it was Lombardelli, who's got to be at least 6'2", 6'3", and getting a nice base hit into center field. So Cesar Galvin coming to the plate. He's the 3-hole hitter. Talk on the mound here. We'll see if they continue. You can see the play on when you have men at the corners. Signaled by the Wolverines. 4-0 Northridge with 2 outs, men at the corners. First pitch hammered, going to be a base hit. So really got that one up a little bit, paying the price, just went with it, going opposite field. Good piece of hitting, Northridge, here this afternoon. Coming to the plate is the cleanup hitter, Mike Varon, for his second time at the plate here this afternoon. So Northridge with 5 runs and 5 hits so far. Keep in mind, 2 of those runs were on sacrifice fly and a ground ball. First pitch is waved at, fouled away, and it's 0-1, caught nicely by the catcher. Really, you think about the schedule that's going on in June. This is a big table setter for a lot of the team. Taking it off, dropped one in there with the curveball. Quickly 0-2 for Varon. But a lot of these teams have been playing since early June. And really we're heading out of the month of June. Really only a couple more weeks in July. And then the playoffs begin about mid to late July. And you can go to www.calb.org and you can see the schedule already posted. Next pitch whack to the shortstop. Comes up firing. Let's see, it's going to be high. Nice throw. Gets him in time. That was a beautiful throw. Deep in the hole, making that throw, and gets the final out. But in that inning, 4 runs on the board here for Northridge. So after 2 in the books, it's 5-0 Northridge on top. Top half of the third inning, American Legion baseball here at Butch Butler Field. Good to have you along. Mike Ray, Cameron Gibson, and Warren Ray bringing it to you. Scott Gibson also keeping score. First pitch is 1 ball and no strikes with the fastball just missing. Next pitch just outside on the fastball. Quickly goes to 2-0. So Gonzo Rodriguez doing a fine job last inning, really making quick work of the Wolverines, but comes out with 2 quick balls on the outside corner. Next pitch pulled. It's going to be a slow chopper, going to be a base hit. So the Wolverines now pulling one in the hole and opening it up with a base hit in the top half of the third inning. A welcome sight here for these Wolverine hitters. As we were talking about earlier, the idea here is for any team to try to wear out the pitcher early, but so far the pitch count's low for Gonzo in this ball game. So far, 5 hits in the ball game for Northridge, 2 for the Wolverines. Next pitch is fouled away. Quickly, it's 0-1. Baseball Night Colorado. We thought we'd try that up here in Greeley. We may take our act on the road here in the next few weeks. You never know where we'll show up. But we invite you to go to rad247sports.com. You can look up the schedule. It's already posted. Next pitch, the 0-1 pitch, is now fouled away. It's now 0-2. Also, we invite you to go to www.calb.org, and you can see the schedule from week to week. You can also see the standings there for the Elite A, B, C, and D leagues. This pitch knocked down nicely by Rose. Count goes to 1-2. So the Wolverines opening up the top half of the third inning with a much-needed base hit. Clouds starting to come overhead a little bit, cooling it off. Next pitch knocked down by Rose, 2 blocks. The result is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Infield going to play up, looking for double play here. Try to get out of this quickly. We'll see what kind of an infield that Northridge has as far as being able to handle the ground balls. 2-2 pitch going to be high and inside. Goes to a full count. It's the time of the game when your pitcher starts to either miss a little bit, something that coaches like to have them work through, and I'll explain that momentarily. 3-2 pitch, walks him, and now quickly there are 2 men on with nobody out. But as I mentioned, one of the things that you want your pitcher to develop is not only a tough attitude when you get down a little bit, but learning to fight back and think your way through it. In other words, not panic, just make changes in your motion to be able to get the pitches back in and get that rhythm. It's all about rhythm. And as we saw in the first 2 innings, Gonzo was really in a tight rhythm and making quick work. 2 men on, nobody out. Gonzo delivers, knocked down, gets away from the catcher, but keeping it in front of him basically to the side was Rose, so he kept the runner at second. Good block there by Rose. 1 ball, no strikes. Wolverines would love to get a base hit. Score a run here with the runner at second. Next pitch inside just misses the batter. Dancing out of the way, takes it to 2-0. One of the disadvantages that we have following American Legion baseball is we don't know who's pitched. As you would say in the college ranks, you see who's pitched and the numbers are put up every day. They count everything in college baseball. This pitch is going to be high, so we don't know if Gonzo has pitched recently and maybe just coming in for a start here this afternoon. Not sure if he's getting a little bit tired. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 men on, nobody out. This pitch is going to be low, so the bases are loaded. So a golden opportunity here for the Wolverines. Base hit could score 2 runs and get them right back in this ball game. Rose going to go out and talk to his pitcher. One thing you don't see a whole lot of, but if you have good bat control here, you can try to squeeze him in with a suicide squeeze. Gonzo's set. Next pitch going to be low, and he does walk him. So apparently there wasn't a walk there. Now it's official. And now the bases are loaded. So there is going to be a discussion here on the mound. Really, you can clearly see coming into this inning, the rhythm has been wrecked here for Rodriguez with the leadoff single. And then, of course, a lot of pitches just missing outside and down in the dirt. So Northridge coach coming in, going to discuss it with to see how his pitcher is doing, seeing how he's feeling, if he's tired, or maybe just tell him maybe change your mechanics a little bit. You can see encouragement going on outside there on the mound by the players giving him some words of encouragement. He's done well so far, and you can see, yeah, he is basically showing he's going to keep him in the ball game. Good idea. Character building moments here, right, in American Legion baseball. Game one of 2 games here this afternoon and into the evening. Still got time to get out here at Butch Butler. We're on 23rd Avenue, right next to the library. First pitch taken for a strike. That did the trick right there. Put it right on the knees on the outside corner, painting the black, and it's 0-1. So Rodriguez bearing down. Next pitch, same place. Took a little bit off, gets the strike, and quickly 0-2. So whatever was said did the trick, because he looks like first inning pitcher here for Rodriguez. Looks like a rerun here from the first inning. 0-2 pitch going to be low, knocked down nicely by Rose. Count goes to 1-2. You think about the history that Northridge has had here. If you look down the right field line and you see the retired number 10. Next pitch is whacked for a base hit. We'll tell you more about that history. 1 run will score. Quickly getting it in is Northridge, keeping it from 2 runs scoring. But a nice base hit now, 3 hits on the afternoon here for the Wolverines. So it's 5-1. Wolverines now in the top half of the 3rd inning, threatening more with nobody out. So Rose getting that one whacked, and again, looking to try to get out of this one. Next pitch going to be inside and a little bit high. Goes to 1-0 on the fastball. You know, you think about what Northridge has done here with Mike Houston over the years. Next pitch taken high again and outside, now going to 2-0. But Mike Houston, known not only for the Northridge Grizzlies being the coach there and, of course, teaching there, still at Northridge, but also his big stint with Gojos over the years. Of course, all the success there. Next pitch is fouled away. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. So indirectly, if you think about it, Northridge has had a big influence on baseball here in Greeley over the years with Mike Houston. Let's not forget, of course, Greeley West and Brian Holmes and David Falter, of course, doing a great job here at Greeley West as well. Next pitch a little bit high, going to 3 balls and 1 strike. So even if the Wolverines go on here to get a couple more runs in this inning, which is very possible, they're looking for us at home, trying to get a double play here. Next pitch Whacked down the right field line, going to go foul. Count goes full. With the firepower that Northridge has and the way that they've been making good contact here this afternoon, really just want to put the Band-Aid on the damage and get out of here and put some more runs on the board. But the Wolverines looking and attacking back here in the top half of the third inning. Next pitch going to be a slow roller to the second baseman. Bad bounce, so one run will score. Goes into right field, another run will score. And very quickly, Syview back in this ball game, scoring 2 more runs, and now it's a 5-3 ball game. Again, you could see that bad hop. Second baseman was right there to field it, and at the last second, the ricochet off of Reed's glove, bouncing up on him. Nothing he could do. He got handcuffed. So the Wolverines right back in this ball game. Don't go away. First pitch taken, just missing, a little bit low. And the count goes to 1 ball and no strikes. Looks like the meat part of the order here for the Wolverines. Literally, as far as size and power. Next pitch going to be low. Quickly, it's 2 balls and no strikes. Man at second and third. So no force play at second. So a good test here for Gonzo Rodriguez to work his way out of this. Next pitch going to be outside. Quickly goes to 3-0. Pitch on the way. There's the curveball catching the inside corner. Nice location on that. And wow, talk about some guts coming in with it's either a curveball or a slider after going 3-0. Usually you go fastball just to make sure you get the strike. It takes it to 3-1. Fastball missing in the dirt, and he walks him. So Travis Roth, after going out and talking to his pitcher, now you can see him standing on the edge of the dugout wondering how much longer he's going to leave him in there. Some of the power part of the lineup here for the Wolverines stepping to the plate. We apologize. We don't have the starting lineups here for the Wolverines, but we will for Game 2. Nobody out, bases are loaded. Next pitch hammered, base hit, 1 run will score. Bobbled in left field, 2 runs will score, and this game is all tied up. You can hear the faithful here for Syview, understandably cheering their team up. And it's all knotted up at 5 here in the third inning. What a great way to open up our webcast season here with a offensive output by both teams. And really, for a while there, both pitchers were doing very well, but that tells you how the bats have reacted very quickly to the pitchers for both teams. Next pitch going to be hit down past the first baseman, base hit. So now it's loaded. There's a bobble in left field. Here comes the runner. And the Wolverines go ahead 6-5. So it was a clean hit. If he had gotten it in, the run wouldn't have scored, but just a slight bobble and really good base running and anticipation, and the Wolverines add another one. What I like in that piece of hitting was that pitch was outside on the corner. It was a strike, but he just went with it and went to right field. First pitch taken low for a ball, and it's now 1-0. 6-5, Syview. Next pitch going to be outside, quickly going to 2-0. Timeout taken. We can see a discussion here between Norm Johnson. Going to have a pinch runner. Going to try to extend a little bit of lead here. So they take the power hitter out. And we're going to see again, keep in mind, there's nobody out here. So we're going to see if they try to at least move him over. And you wonder, Gonzo, who has started out so strong now, really struggling here in the top half of the third inning. Next pitch gets away from the catcher, Rose. Runner advances, so you have men at second and third. And an opportunity here for more runs to come across the plate. Cloud cover now really cooling things off nicely. You can see the flags waving at us from left field. We saw that here last night. Really, you think about if you're watching this outside of Greeley and even outside of the state, we've been having a lot of afternoon showers here in Colorado. There's the sound of thunder. Next pitch is ball 4. So now the bases are loaded and still nobody out. Chance now here for a force at home. 6-5, Syview on top. Looking to add to the lead. It looks like they're going to have a pinch runner come in. They do. So playing strategic here, trying to use the road runners of the team, the speedsters, to try to advance it a little bit more here, get as much of a lead as they can. They know that Northridge can come back. Northridge has that kind of firepower. Next pitch is popped up, should be a play by the second baseman in short right field, makes the catch for the first out. So a much needed out, and really you think about what we've seen so far in this game, the bad hop at second base did not help the cause for Northridge by the second baseman. But again, we won't call that an error. That was just a bad hop. So one down. Fairly deep fly ball will score another run, but it's 6-5 in the meantime. First pitch taken inside, and it's now 1 ball and no strikes. So if you're working this game, if you're an umpire like Norm Johnson, you got to love this because now you got some cloud cover. Kind of sounds like shades from the natural there with all the thunder starting to come in the background. 2 balls, no strikes. Next pitch going to go high, quickly going to 3-0. So ball 4, and you add another run on the board. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out. 6 runs in for the Wolverines. Next pitch taken, and he walks him. Boy, that was close. I'm a little surprised they didn't contest that because that looked pretty close on the inside. It looked like it painted the black from here. So a run scores on the walk, and it's now 7-5. So Northridge is thinking clearly, let's get out of this with a double play. First pitch again taken high, and now it's 1-0. Top half of the third inning, you heard it correctly. If you took a break to go get something to eat, of course it was 5-0 Northridge, and now it's 7-5. And Syview on top. Next pitch taken for a strike. It's 1s across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Rodriguez set. Next pitch going to be low, taking it to 2-1. We were here last Friday for Greeley West C team. And they took the double header that night and literally 10-runned the team that they played last Friday night. You can see all the highlight reel if you'd like. And then came back to win that in the second ball game late and winning that one by 3 runs. So the C team looking very good here for Greeley West so far for Miguel and his squad. Pitch fouled away. Count goes to full 3-2. This one going 7. We may be here a while. 7-5 ball game, full count. Bases are loaded. Next pitch waved at, took a little bit off, strikes him out. And that was a nice changeup and very timely there for Rodriguez. Keeping in mind, 2 runs is not a whole lot of runs to be behind. This could be a major slugfest here today. We love it. Opening round here for the webcasts on Baseball Night Colorado. So there's 2 down. Rodriguez delivers outside. 1-0 on the fastball. We know that there are pitch counts that each pitcher each week has to adhere to. They can't pitch them past so many pitches per week. Next pitch is fouled away, evens it up at 1-1. So I'm assuming that Rodriguez coming into this game, even though he's in the 3rd inning, even with a much larger pitch count, all due to this inning, maybe getting close to being taken out of here just due to pitch counts alone. 1-1 pitch, going to be high, 2-1. So make your way out to the ballpark, not only here tonight if you have time, but also in the weeks to come. We invite you to go to our Facebook sites, and we'll tell you more. Next pitch taken inside for a strike, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. But a lot of fun things that are planned here for the future for families. There's going to be a hot dog night. There'll be some fun giveaways. I know that Scott Gibson has worked hard to get some of the local vendors to donate some things to give away to the crowd. And he strikes him out on the outside corner, a little bit low, but gets out of the inning. But in that inning, 7 runs were scored. So after 2.5 in the books, it's a 7-5 ball game. Syview on top. You're watching American Legion Baseball here from Butch Butler Field, and we'll be right back. Bottom half of the third inning, and if you stepped away, as we mentioned earlier in the webcast, it was 5-0 going into the top half of the third inning, and literally did feel a little bit like the natural with the fireworks that went on here, and 7 runs were put up by Syview, and now it's a 7-5 ball game, so Northridge looking to answer back. It's the catcher Rose, followed by the pitcher Rodriguez, and then Sanchez here in the bottom half of the third inning. American Legion Baseball, next pitch going to be pulled to the shortstop. Had a good game so far, fires across, gets him for the out. We've seen some nice plays by the shortstop here for Syview. Earlier in the ball game, going deep in the hole, literally just grabbed it and threw it as quickly as he could, planting that right foot and making the throw just like we saw there, and there's one out. So an opportunity here for Gonzo Rodriguez for a little vengeance here, if you will. Another good hitter here for Northridge, clearly has power, with one out here in the bottom half of the third inning. First pitch is a curveball outside, and it's now 1 ball and no strikes. Both teams really settling in as far as being patient hitters. We'll explain that momentarily. 1-0 pitch taken for a fastball in the outside corner. It's now 1-1. But both teams doing a good job of extending the count. We saw a lot of full counts in the last bats here by the Wolverines. Next pitch inside with the curveball missing. Now 2-1. But that's what you want if you're a coach for either team. And learning it this early in their careers by both teams doing a good job. Next pitch just missing. Count goes to 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom half of the third inning, 7-5. Wolverines on top. Next pitch is blocked, and it's ball 4. So an opportunity here for Northridge to strike back. Trying to get something going here in the bottom half of the inning. And coming to the plate will be Ricardo Sanchez, followed by Ryan Kelly. Number 7 and number 8 hitters. As I alluded to earlier, the size of some of these players clearly look, and this is in the 7, 8, and 9 holes, clearly look like varsity players. First pitch taken for a ball, and it's now 1 ball and no strikes. So getting a lead is Rodriguez at first. Oh, there's the pickoff move. Got him. Let's see if they can get him out. Throw to second. And it looks like there was a bobble. We'll see what the umpire rules this as. So there must have been a bobble at second, so they weren't able to get him even though Rodriguez was picked off. So now an opportunity here for Sanchez to bring him in. 1 ball, no strikes. Next pitch waved at, took a little bit off of it with the curveball. Now evens it at 1-1. So some good pitching here. And you can see really starting to settle down is the pitcher here for the Wolverines. Aaron Chacon doing a good job behind the plate. Took some off, again quickly taking it to 1-2. So Dimitri Guddens doing a good job pushing it to first base. Steps on, they're going to try to go to first and get him, but they move the runner over with 2 outs. So trying to scratch one over and get one back are the Northridge Grizzlies with 2 down. So Ryan Kelly going to step to the plate. Did some good hitting last time he went to the plate, got a base hit. Opportunity to get one across here with 2 outs. First pitch gets past the catcher, so the run will score. So one of those rare moments that you see getting past the catcher for the Wolverines. He is a very good catcher, and Chacon has done a very good job so far in this ball game of knocking balls down. First one that really clearly got by him, as they say, in the 5-hole. The other pass ball really wasn't a pass ball. It was just too wide for even Will Chamberlain to knock down. So 1 ball, no strikes, 7-6 ball game. Northridge coming back. Next pitch is taken for a ball outside. It's now 2-0. So we'll see if Kelly can keep this one going. He'll be looking fastball here. Outside, missing. Almost looked like a screwball the way that it tailed off. Count goes to 3-0. Boy, there's a pitch you don't see very much anymore, screwballs. If you think about it, Dodger history. Next pitch taken on the inside corner, good location. Takes it to 3-1. Fernando Valenzuela made a career of that screwball in Los Angeles back in the 70s and 80s. 3-1 pitch. Actually 3-2 pitch, and he walks him. So very quickly, Chacon is going to go out and talk to his pitcher. Don't want to let Northridge back in this one. Coach is going to go out and talk to his pitcher. Maybe getting a little tired. You think about the pitch counts being very high for both of these pitchers. They started off pretty smooth. But again, with 7 runs for the Wolverines and more than 5 hits, we believe, and 6 runs now for the Northridge Grizzlies. Both pitchers putting in a lot of numbers here this afternoon. So it's fun to see the tradition continue here with Travis Roth now taking over here for the Grizzlies. Huge tradition, as we talked about earlier in the last inning with Mike Houston. We're not sure and have not heard if he is going to continue to coach during the regular varsity season in the spring. But right now, Travis doing a good job with these young players. As we mentioned, we will have a player of the game. We're going to let the coaches pick. It's just too hard for us. There's too many good players. So we'll let the coaches for the winning team pick the player of the game, which we will award after each game. So there's 2 outs. Kelly standing on first, and Ramirez coming to the plate. First pitch took a little bit off, waved at for a strike, and it's 0-1. Some good performances by both pitchers. You think about what we've seen so far. And now for the Wolverines and Syview, the next pitch is fouled away, doing a good job of really settling down here this afternoon. So Dimitri coming back and showing some character here. You think about what happened in that first couple of innings. That would really shake the nerve of anybody coming out, but really settling down here. Next pitch pulled down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. And they're going to advance the runner to third, so you have men at the corners with 2 outs. So good placement of the ball by Luis Sanchez, just going literally over the bag at third. And the third baseman, meaning Angel Burillo, just not able to get it. Just well placed. Hot shot, as they say. So coming to the plate is the top of the order. It's going to be Gaston Reed, potentially Joe Lombardelli. We'll see if this gets extended here in the inning. Keep in mind, this is a 2-out rally. It looked like the Wolverines were going to get out of this, and Northridge just able to extend it. First pitch is fouled away. It's going to be out of play. Count goes to 0-1. So as we mentioned, some of the rewards of playing American Legion baseball, the tradition, the history, and if you will, some of the principles that American Legion stands for. We'll talk more about that later on in the webcast. Next pitch taken for a ball, evens it at 1-1. But a lot of what you see with American Legion, the foundation, if you will, is building character, those character skills of good sportsmanship, respect. Next pitch knocked down by the catcher. Chacon doing a great job of keeping the ball in front of him. It's now 2-1, so runners do not advance. So Reed with an opportunity here at 2-1. We'll see if they try to tease him with the curveball so far. Dimitri's been pretty good coming in. Here's a fastball whacked to the second baseman. Going to come up with the easy play. That should get the out. And they do. But one run is in for Northridge as they answer back here. And after 3 in the books, it's a 7-6 ball game. You're watching Colorado American Legion baseball here from Butch Butler Field, and we'll be right back. Top half of the 4th inning, American Legion baseball. It's a 7-6 ball game. We have a new pitcher, we'll tell you, for Northridge. Coming to the plate for the Wolverines. Next pitch is fouled away. It's David Martinez, followed by A.J. DeBaca, and then it's Diego Medina. Batting cleanup will be D.J. Rose. But so far it's been a slugfest, and one of those games that, as we mentioned, you got to have a lot of character for this game because anything really could happen. Next pitch is going to be wild and outside, and the count goes to 1-2 strikes. So on the mound is Joe Lambardelli. Lambardelli earlier playing shortstop to take over for Rodriguez. 2 strikes. Next pitch gets away from the catcher, now goes to a full count. So with a fresh pitcher, you obviously have to adjust as a catcher and get used to the rhythm and the pace. And you can see Lambardelli, in the way that he snaps the ball, you really have to watch it. High chopper, shortstop running in. We'll see if he can make the play. Does not. So it's a base hit, clearly. So a leadoff single here for the Wolverines in the top half of the 4th inning. Good to have you along. It's Baseball Night Colorado here from Greeley, Colorado. It's our opening webcast. Of course, a lot of webcasts coming your way Each week through the 21st, we'll finish it off with Gojo's and Gene Taylor. And then we head to the playoffs. Of course, don't forget the regional is in the first week of August. That's August 2nd, actually August 8th. And that will be at Metropolitan State University in Denver. Lembardelli delivers a fastball. It's high, and it's now 1-0. So a tough play for the shortstop on the high chopper. And now playing shortstop for Northridge is Gaston Reed. Lembardelli delivers fastball. It's fouled away. And you can see the pace really a lot faster here with Lembardelli. He's got some stuff behind it on the fastball. Count goes to 1-1. Runner back in time, close play at first. So Tabaka, who is the designated hitter, followed by Diego Medina, the first baseman. 1-1 runner was running, fouled away, so he'll have to go back and try it again. Now count goes to 1-2. So you can see the attitude, if you want to call it, of Syview, a lot more aggressive. Pitchers are settling down, hitters are hitting, and fielders are making plays. 1-2 pitch, there's a curveball outside. Rose getting out there, getting a workout here. Next pitch is hit to center field. Center fielder coming in on it, went back first, makes the catch. Throw to first, not going to be in time. High throw to first. And it's a good thing that Rodriguez has a good reach because that was high at first. So now there's one down. So coming to the plate is Diego Medina, the first baseman, followed by DJ Rose. There goes the runner, gets past Rose, so easily getting to second. He's looking to advance, but Rose getting there in time to get it back. So the runner remains at second, meaning in Martinez. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Syview threatening here in the top half of the 4th inning. Good to have you along. Next pitch is going to be a slow roller to the second baseman. Should have an easy play. Bobbles it. Let's see if he can get it in time. He does. Good effort. Staying with the ball at second base. And that records the second out. So Varon doing a good job of staying with it and hopefully trying to prevent another run from scoring here. So DJ Rose, the right fielder, stepping to the plate. Next pitch gets past the catcher. Run will score. So as I mentioned, really you look at the motion of Lembardelli because of the way that he throws it. It's actually kind of hard to pick it up. Because of the snap, you're not sure if it's going to go, as you can see, a couple of balls going errant there. Getting just past the catcher, bouncing off the glove. Count goes to 2-0. But the catcher, Rose for Northridge, doing also another good job here this afternoon. Two balls, no strikes. Lembardelli outside with the pitch. You can hear snapping the mitt. Count goes to 3-0. 3-0 pitch, waved at, fouled away. Count goes to 3-1. You can hear hitting, we hope not a car. We need that glass sound effect of a glass crashing or being broken here. I wish we had those sound effects here for you. 3-1 pitch, fouled and off the catcher. So it's now 3-2. So you think about Butch Butler and how long it's been here. It was actually, this field was donated by American Legion. That's correct. So the local Post here actually donated this field for the city of Greeley and the local teams to use. And it does have a long tradition of good baseball here. A lot of good players have come out of here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Next pitch is in the dirt, and he walks him. 8-6 ball game. Syview on top. So the catcher here for Syview, Ian Chacon, going to step to the plate. So 2 outs, runner on first, faking the run. And it's now 1 ball and no strikes. So Rose behind the plate really getting a workout, really going to have to watch because you can see clearly some speed on the pads here for the Wolverines. Next pitch going to be a little bit low. Count goes to 2-0. Throwback hit, it literally bounces off the glove of Rodriguez. Hits the runner, but getting back safely. Northridge looking for the easy play at second. Lombardelli delivers. Nice pitch on the outside corner fastball, and he gets a strike. 2-1. You know, hard to come in a ball game, too, and try to get your rhythm. You have to get it quickly here. And Lombardelli starting to show signs of getting in a rhythm. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 1 run is in. Next pitch gets past Rose. Runner will advance. Now it goes to 2-2. Lombardelli looks him off, takes it high, and it's now full count, 3-2. So another opportunity here for Chacon and the Wolverines to try to knock one in here. Base hit with the speed on the pads could score. Next pitch does get a past Rose. The runner will advance. Rounds third, and the runners are at the corners. Gets past the pitcher, but backed up nicely by Rodriguez. But the runner does advance to second, so Chacon with a heads-up play now at second, and you have runners at second and third. You can see there's going to be a pinch runner for Chacon. Good idea to give your catcher a rest, even though it looks like he's got plenty of speed, but he's been out catching a full ball game here so far. Little discussion going on here between Norm Johnson and the coach. At least it smiles, so it's not a negative. You got to watch out for Storm and Norman. You don't know what he's going to pull. Now, Norm been around a long time, veteran umpire here in northern Colorado. So there's 2 outs. Another opportunity. Next pitch is high and waved at. That would have been a ball. And it's 0-1. Lombardelli blows one by him, literally. That was a fat pitch, and it's now quickly 0-2. Very important that Lombardelli gets out with less damage here. 0-2 pitch outside. Looking to fastball, strike him out, but just missing. Now it's 1-2. Comes on the outside corner, gets him, and strikes him out. But 1 run in on the inning. So after 3.5 in the books, it's 8-6 ball game, and it's the Wolverines on top. You're watching American Legion Baseball here from Butch Butler Field. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back. Bottom half of the fourth inning, Butch Butler Field. It's an 8-6 ball game, and it's Joe Lombardelli, now the pitcher, stepping to the plate here for Northridge. So Northridge looking to answer back. Next pitch hit to the second baseman. 3-hopper, they get him at first. So there's one down. It's Caesar Galvin, followed by Mike Varon, and potentially the catcher Hayden Rose. But what a turn of events that we have seen in this ball game. Another opportunity here for the Grizzlies with Galvan, who is a good hitter, stepping to the plate. First pitch taken low for a ball, and it's now 1-0. So Dimitri still in this ball game here for Syview. Really extending this next pitch. It is whacked long, but foul. And I mean, it was a long foul ball. Now it's 1-1. Plenty of power in both lineups. We might see one fly out of here tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Curveball in the dirt, but waved at. Count goes to 1-2. So Dimitri pulling the string basically, and it was enough to get Galvin to swing and miss. You can see why he was keeping the ball down after that long strike going down the right field line. 1-2 pitch, took a little bit off. He swung at it. Catcher comes up, fires, and gets him at first, but dropped, and they do call him out. So there's 2 down. So Chacon right on top of it, bobbling it a little bit, makes the nice throw to first, and they get to the second out for the evening. Starting to cool off nice here. Cloud cover is here. Nice breeze. You still have plenty of time if you're watching this and you're close to Greeley and like to come out and watch some good American Legion baseball. We're on 23rd Street and 24th Avenue. Two outs. First pitch hit up the middle, should be a base hit. And a 2-out single, nicely delivered by Varon. And last time we saw Northridge, this is when they got their rally going with 2 outs. We'll see if they can duplicate it. Coming to the plate is Rose, the catcher, followed by Rodriguez. So it looked like Dimitri had made a good pitch. It was low. Looked like an off-speed pitch, but just going right up the middle was Varon getting the base hit. Pickoff throw not in time. One of the harder things when you have a left-hander trying to brush you back or get you back with the pickoff move, always hard to pick up sometimes. It's going to be a slow roller to the pitcher. Dimitri got the easy toss to get the out. And now we'll do it. So one of the easier innings here for Syview. And after 4 in the books, it's an 8-6 ball game. You're watching American Legion Baseball here on RAD 247 Sports. We'll be right back. Top half of the fifth inning, Butch Butler Field. It's an 8-6 ball game, and it is the Wolverines looking to get something going here against Lombardelli. We're going 7. If you like a lot of action, this is the game. On Hill or Angel. It looks like Braulio, the third baseman, up to the plate, followed by Mike Vigil, and then top of the order with Corey Mush. It's going to be a slow roller, tough play for the third baseman. Off the glove. And getting to first base was Angel or Angel. So it's Mike Vigil, the shortstop, the number 9 hitter, stepping to the plate. So you can see, making it tough, obviously the third baseman, meaning Angel or Angel, very quick, making it tough for the third baseman to make a play. One ball, no strikes, runner at first, nobody out. Gets past Rose. Runner will advance to second. Another opportunity here for the Wolverines to get one on the board here. Two balls, no strikes, runner at second. Syview looking to put a few more notches on the belt. Lombardelli fastball, you can hear it snap the mitt. Goes to 2-1 on the outside corner. Clearly, this is one of those players in Lombardelli, as he continues to develop, will be one of the top pitchers for this team. This is their C team. We'll get you the ages as far as what C is actually required here as far as the age limits for a C team. We'll get the ruling on that. But you look at this team. On a C team with Lombardelli, he walks them. So it's the top of the order. So on the C level, we understand that it's 15 and 16-year-olds, usually in that sophomore, maybe heading to junior level, but mostly sophomore level. And you can see Lombardelli obviously has some talent. First pitch, you can see the catcher trying to frame it. Umpire didn't buy it, so it's 1-0. So it's top of the order here for Syview. Mush hits a slow chopper fly ball. Misjudging it was Varon, not able to make the play on the fly ball, literally. So now you have runners first, second, and third, and nobody out. So David Martinez, the second baseman, stepping to the plate, followed by A.J. DeBaca, the designated hitter. So great opportunity, fly ball. Should score a run here. 8-6 already, Syview. Lombardelli is whacked. That's going to be a base hit. 1 run will score. Getting it in quickly, so a nice single and an RBI, and it's now 9-6. And it looks like it's all even as far as hits. It's 7 apiece. So it's the designated hitter and A.J. DeBaca stepping to the plate. Batting third, and then it's Diego Martinez, the first baseman. Nobody out. Bases still loaded. Syview trying to break this one open here in the top half of the fifth inning. That's hit deep, but it's going to go foul. So both teams with some power, obviously, some players that are clearly over 6 feet. I would say close to 200 pounds. Next pitch taken on the inside corner and high, so it's ball 2, 2-1. You think these are baseball players, they're probably double it up in the fall as football players too. Next pitch is wild, run is going to score. So Lombardelli having trouble getting it in the strike zone there. It gets away clearly, and it's now a 10-6 ball game. Still plenty of time. We're going 7 innings. Next pitch taken on the outside corner. Nice location by Lambardelli. Now takes it to a full count, 3-2. Infield going to play up. Men at second and third, looking to hold the runner at third. But clearly you can see DeBaca has some power. You got to be careful here with him. Knocked down, trying to knock it down was Rose. The run will score on the errant pitch. And it's now an 11-6 ball game. So nobody out here in the top half of the 5th inning. Next pitch is going to be a high chopper to the third baseman. Comes up firing, gets him. But another run scores on the ground ball, and it's now 12-6. So Diego Martinez, the first baseman, stepping to the plate. Lambardelli now just trying to get out of this inning with 1 out. Bases are clear. Next pitch is going to be high. It's now 1-0. So with a couple of at-bats, the thinking here for the Grizzlies once they get out of this inning is to scratch away. They're down by 6. But pretty much even as far as the hits are concerned. So it's Medina, and then it's DJ Rose, the right fielder, waiting on deck. Next pitch is outside, and it's now walks him. So an opportunity here for Rose, and then it's going to be the catcher, Aaron Chacon. So they're not going to have a pinch runner here for Medina. So an opportunity here. Next pitch going to be a slow roller. Going to go to second, get the force. And the throw to first, not in time, but they do get the force at second. So now there's 2 down. So very important you get out of this inning now with less damage so you can start making your rally. Chacon, the catcher, stepping to the plate. Another good hitter for the Wolverines. Of course, Chacon doing a good job behind the plate, knocking down a lot of pitches here. Next pitch going to be outside. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. So 12 runs here for the Wolverines. Again, adding a 3 spot in this inning. Next pitch inside, missing. Takes it to 2-0. So Rose, who is a fast runner, is at first. Chacon waiting. There's a pitch hit fouled away down the left field line, foul. Count goes to 2-1. So Chacon, one of those players that obviously could play a number of positions. Also a good contact hitter. This pitch fouled away. Count goes to 2-2. And we'll see what Coach Roth, as far as Lambardelli, how much longer they're going to leave him in after this inning. We're in the first game. We still have game 2 coming up right around 7:30. Right now it's 5 minutes to 7 here Mountain Time. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rose at first. There he goes. Here comes the throw, but it's ball 4. So an opportunity here, again with 2 outs. We've seen a number of 2-out rallies by both teams. And it's Jesus Carrillo stepping to the plate. Next pitch by Limber, third or second. Next pitch hit up the middle, going to be a base hit. So the throw getting in plenty of time. Nice throw from the center fielder, doing a good job, and that was Rodriguez getting it in quickly to prevent the runner, because Rose is very quick for the Wolverines standing at third. So you have to field it cleanly. We've seen that a couple of times in this ball game where outfielders just literally bobbled the ball one time and runners scored. That's how quick some of these runners are. First pitch is taken for a ball. It's now 1-0. So Correa with a nice single with 2 outs keeps this rally going. And as we begun, really just about 10 minutes ago, if you want to call it that, bases are loaded once again. 1 ball, 1 strike. Snapping the mid a little bit high for a ball. It's now 2-1. Same location, same result. Count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. Lambardelli delivers, comes in with a strike on the outside corner. Looked like he almost threw a slider there. Hitting that corner, taking it to a full count. Working quickly. They're hammered to left field. Going to be a base hit. 1 run will score. They're going to send another run. Speedy runners. 2 runs will score on that 2-out single. So the wheel's starting to fall off a little bit here for Northridge. It's a 14-6 ball game. So some very good hitting. That ball up a little bit in the strike zone and getting around, getting the base hit. With 2 outs, it's now 14-6. First pitch taken on the outside corner by Vigil. And it's 1-0. So some good hitting here so far in clutch times, and we've seen this with the 2-out rallies. You think you got them down, and they come right back. They had the bases were empty, and then they filled them up again and looking to clear it again. Next pitch hit up the middle. Should be an easy play by Lambardelli, and he gets the out. But a lot of damage coming across with 9 hits. And it's a 14-6 ball game. You're watching American Legion Baseball here on Rad Sports. Good to have you along. Mike Ray, Cameron Gibson, Warren Ray, and of course Scott Gibson bringing it to you. Good to have you along. A lot of this is sponsored by Colorado American Legion Baseball. We do invite you to go to the website to see some of the other scores and go out and visit some of the other locations across Colorado. In all of the leagues, you have 5 different leagues, as we mentioned earlier. You have Elite A, you have B, C, and D. Of course, the D League is more of those 8th graders that are going to grad into literally freshmen this coming fall. So some great opportunity. Go watch and support American Legion Baseball. Bottom half of the fifth inning, it is Baseball Night Colorado here in Greeley, Colorado. Butch Butler Field. It's a 14-6 ball game. Northridge in their navy blue, and in the white and purple and black is the Syview Wolverines, and they have the lead. Next pitch is a pop-up. Catcher has a play. Makes a nice catch as Chacon for the first out on the first pitch. So Rodriguez popping out to the catcher, and there's one down. So as we mentioned, really settling down in this ball game is Dimitri, doing a terrific job. Of really getting the lid down here on Northridge here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Next pitch is whacked to right field for a base hit with a one-out single. Very important that Northridge does a good job here of getting runners and really being pesky. Really, you think about it, we're in the fifth. They've got this inning and two more at-bats to try to get back into this. So Sanchez with a one-out single, and now it's Ryan Kelly, followed by Louis Ramirez. Hits-wise, very close in this ball game. First pitch took a little bit off. Dimitri waved at for a strike, and it's now 0-1. Really mixing the speeds up is Dimitri here for Syview. That's been the difference in the last, say, 3 innings in slowing down the Northridge attack. Next pitch, corner. There's the throwback, not in time. But a good idea by Chacon to keep the runner close. So Kelly, who has had some good at-bats here in this game, looking to keep this one going. Took a little bit off, waved out again, and it's 0-2. Actually, it strikes him out. So they did call, Norm Johnson did call that previous pitch where Chacon had thrown to first, called that a strike. So there's 2 down with 1 man on. First pitch just missing. Dimitri thought he had it. And it's the third baseman, Louis Ramirez, stepping to the plate. 1 ball, no strike. Snap throw back to first, not in time. But you like what you see here in regards to the way Chacon is keeping him honest at first. Good snap throw. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 14-6 ball game. Northridge trying to get their own 2-out rally going. Next pitch delivered right about waist high and outside on the black, and it now goes to 1-2. So Dimitri doing a fine job of really mixing it around. He's going inside and outside. There's the curveball, gets him looking. So 1 ball and 2 strikes, a 2-2. Next pitch is fouled away. Count still remains at 2-2 with 2 outs. So you can hear the faithful for Northridge really trying to encourage the team to get it going. Again, they have a lot of firepower. They can get this rolling and get back into this one, but you got to start here. Next pitch low and just missing. Takes it to a full count. Watching it closely was Ramirez. Good eye, as they say. Dimitri set at the belt. Hits it, and that's a deep hit going to right field. That'll get past. That should get the runner to third. They're not going to wave him in, but getting a double was Ramirez. So very well placed hit by Ramirez. He's the 9th hitter. Now it's the top of the order in Reed stepping to the plate. So Reed here with an opportunity if he can get the base hit. Start scratching away at this lead. 9 hits apiece. But you can see the bulge as far as the scoring is concerned, 14-6. First pitch, it gets away, but wisely, going back to third, all over it was Chacon. Got his glove on it, so it slowed it down, and that prevented a run from scoring. So good job by Chacon. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs, men at second and third. Northridge threatening here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Good to have you along. Baseball night, Colorado American Legion style. Next pitch taken for a ball outside. It's now 2-0. Next pitch is whacked to the second baseman, and it takes a bad bounce. 1 run will score. They're going to send another runner. Here comes the throw. Not in time. So a good job of hitting by Reed, and again, another bad hop out at second. We saw it happen to Northridge. Now it happens to the Wolverines, and it literally just hit something in the infield and bounced off the leg of the second baseman, meaning David Martinez. So 2 runs are in, and it's now a 14-8 ball game. Don't go away. 10 hits now for Northridge. They actually, if you're looking at the scoreboard from the hit side, Northridge is ahead, but down by 6. Dimitri, that's whacked. It's going to be a base hit. So a nice 2-out rally, and that was Lambardelli. That's got to feel good for Joe, because it's been a little bit rough here in the last inning or so for him out on the mound. So he delivers a single with 2 outs, keeps the rally going. So it's Cesar Galvan followed by Mike Varon and potentially the catcher, Rose. Dimitri set, pitches outside for a ball, and it's now 1-0. So we'll see how long the leash is here for the pitcher, Dimitri, here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Good to have you along. Next pitch popped up, fouled away. And the count goes to 1-1. Dimitri set, inside hits him, so he wears it and will be awarded first base. So now the bases are loaded. So Mike Varon with a golden opportunity, and there's going to be a conference on the mound here. If he can get a base hit, you do have some speed on the base pads right now, because you have Reed at third, and then of course you have Lambardelli, who is at second. So conference on the mound here, we're going to see how much longer Dimitri is going to remain in this ball game. He's done a very good job, and it looks like he is going to be replaced. So a very good job by Dimitri. Threw a lot of pitches, but really battled here. So warming up is the first baseman, and we will get you a name. That is Diego Medina, that is going to get his warm-up pitches and try to get that third out. But a nice rally here by the Northridge Grizzlies, getting 2 back. And if you're looking again, as we mentioned just shortly before, if you're looking at number of hits, Northridge is leading 11-9. On the error side, Northridge with a couple, and one for Syview. Again, we will not count some of those ricochets that, again, the infield just not being kind, especially to the second basemen for both teams. So Martinez now stepping in, and is kind of rudely met with a screaming foul ball. And there's 2 outs, and there are bases loaded opportunity here for the Grizzlies. Varon looking. There's next pitch is going to be a little bit high, and it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. So if Varon can get a hit here, you can get 1, maybe 2 runs in, just because of the speed on the base paths, depending upon the location of the hit. Next pitch is popped up. Catcher may have a play. Making a run for it. Chacon had his glove on it. Nice try by Chacon trying to get that 3rd out.
Nice try.
So the count remains at 1-2. Bases are loaded. Varon looking to cash in here. Good battle going on here between Martinez and Varon. Next pitch is going to be outside. You can see Lambardelli getting a huge lead at second, anticipating if there is a base hit, he wants to try to score. If Martinez sees him, might be able to get a pickoff and get that 3rd out. Martinez pitching, and it's whacked. Right to Martinez, makes a great play and gets the 3rd out. But a couple of runs are in after 5 complete, and it's a 14-8 ball game. You're watching American Legion Baseball here from Greeley, Colorado. We'll be right back. Top half of the 6th inning. Welcome to American Legion Baseball. This is Baseball Night, Colorado. We have a new pitcher in for Northridge. It's Caston Reed stepping in to replace Lombardelli. Lombardelli back at shortstop. First pitch going to be taken for a strike at the knees. Nice pitch, and it's now 0-1. So it's Corey Mush followed by David Martinez and then A.J. DeBaca. Next pitch fouled away. Quickly 0-2. And Reed coming in and making quick work. Getting a couple of strikes, the second one on a foul tip. Nice little 2-out rally that we saw here by Northridge. Change up, and it's going to be a pop-up shortstop, meaning Lombardelli ranging over in short left field makes the out. And there's one out. So stepping to the plate is David Martinez, and then the number 3 hitter, which is the designated hitter, which is A.J. DeBaca. Reed with a curveball missing outside. It's now 1 ball and no strikes. So keep in mind there's still 2 more at-bats here for Northridge. Opportunity to scratch a little more. The idea, try to get back into this game. You saw the 2-out rallies. Both teams sharing those. Exchanges of 2-out rallies. They hit the batter. So he's awarded the base. You could see turning his shoulder. Of course, they trained very well in that in high school to wear one by turning the shoulder into the pitch. So DeBaca, dangerous hitter, stepping to the plate. A lot of power there. You don't want to get one up in the strike zone. He can send one out of here. We've seen some very loud strikes by both teams, but foul balls. There goes the runner. There's the throw to second. We'll see if it's in time. It is not. So stolen base by David Martinez. So Rose not able to get it there in time for Northridge. It's now 0-1. Runner on second. Opportunity to score here. Trying to put more pressure on. Next pitch fouled away. Count goes to 0-2. We're finishing up game 1, game 2 starting roughly. We'll say about 7:45. Next pitch knocked down nicely by Rose. Throws to first, hits the runner. So it looks like we're going to have runners at the corners. So another opportunity here for Syview on a missed throw by the catcher. And it's Diego Martinez, the relief pitcher, stepping to the plate. Of course, he started at first base this afternoon. So clearly, Northridge is going to be looking for a double play. Next pitch hit to deep left field. That's going back. That's going to be a tough play. Losing it in the sun. 1 run will score. Runners advance to second and third. We'll see if the throw's in time at second. And Medina with a double. You could see fighting the sun, and the way the ball was fading on the hit was the left fielder for Northridge. And another run scores. It's now a 15-8 ball game. Understandably, you're going to give Martinez a break here because he is the relief pitcher. They're going to bring in a pinch runner once again. So Martinez delivering the fly ball. And a run is scored, and now almost evening it up as far as hits are concerned. 10 hits and 15 runs for Syview, and for Northridge, it's 8 runs and 11 hits. Next pitch whacked foul down the right field line, and it's 0-1. You can watch a rebroadcast of this. We're going to post it. It's on our Facebook site. It will be. Next pitch is hit to right field. Right fielder gets past him. He was diving, not able to. One run will score. They're going to wave in the runner from second. 2 runs will score. There's the throw. Let's see if they get him at third, and it's in time to get him. But 2 runs did score on the shot hit to right field, getting past the right fielder. Tried to make a play diving, but just not able to get there. So with 2 outs, it's now a 17-8 ball game. Nice throw and relay to get him at third. But some aggressive running, and potentially, if they score another run, could be a 10-run rule. But we're already in the 6th inning. This pitch knocked down by Rose. It's now 1-0. So Aaron Chacon, who's done a very good job, not only at the plate, but behind the plate, takes a ball. Took a little bit off, waved down, and evens it up at 1-1. So we invite you to go to www.calb.org. Playoffs are coming starting in mid-July. Locations this year, C is going to be at Brush, the C tournament. The D tournament is going to be at Sterling. We know that the Elite tournament is going to be in Fort Collins. And we'll get you B and A tournaments momentarily. Next pitch is whacked up the middle for a base hit. So Chacon with another good at bat. It gets past the center fielder, and Chacon just extends it and gets a double out of it. So I said these runners here for Syview, you sneeze basically, and one gets by you or you bobble, and you pay the price, and Chacon is now awarded second with his hustle. So a great opportunity here again. 17-8 ball game with 2 outs. Sound like a familiar theme? Little chin music. Count goes to 1-0 to the batter, Jesus Carrillo. Reed delivers, fouled away. Count evens at 1-1 strike. So Reed coming in early looked like he was going to shut this one down, but answering right back were some of the hits by Medina and, of course, Chacon extending this, and a few more runs have been added on the board. It's going to be a chopper to Reed. He's going to go easy, gets the third out, but misses it in the sun. You could see the sun blinding the first baseman, so Chacon crosses the plate, and the runner goes to second. Yeah, the angle of the sun right now from the third base side really made it a tough play. And it looked like an easy play, and it was. It was an easy toss, but just right in the line of the sun. So it's now an 18-8 ball game. And we're in the top half of the 6th inning, slow roller to the third baseman. Comes firing across the mound, gets him this time, and that'll do it. But again, a couple of runs on some hits and some errors. And after 5.5 of the books, it's an 18-8 ball game. You're watching American Legion baseball here from Greeley, Colorado, and we'll take a short break. So we're in the bottom half of the 6th inning, and we have a little challenge here. Scott Gibson, of course, one of the commissioners for American Legion Baseball, he's been giving out like candy and giving out waters, and now he wants to give out some more. So if you are watching this right now, you have a chance to win a baseball. If you can tell us, we're going to give away some Rockies tickets momentarily. First pitch taken inside to the catcher Rose, and it's now 1-0. So if you are watching this right now, and you can come to the press box and tell us who the all-time home run hitter was in baseball, in Major League Baseball, you will get a free baseball here courtesy of American Legion. It's a Bowden baseball. It is a very nice baseball used by the leagues. So again, we'll repeat the question. If you can tell us who the all-time home run hitter is for Major League Baseball, come right to the press box, and we will give you a free baseball. We're going to give you a chance later on to win some Rockies tickets. Stay tuned. So next pitch is waved at. It's now 2 balls and no strike. Actually, it's 2-1 by the catcher Rose. Two balls, 1 strike. Rose trying to keep this one going. The 10-run rule could be enforced here if Northridge does not score in this inning. They're down by 10. It's 18-8. Time now is 7:30 here Mountain Time, and that was actually going to be the start roughly of the second game anyways. 3 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch is going to be a ground ball, going to be fouled down the third base line. Count goes to full. So again, if you are listening to this and you're in the stadium and you'd like to win a free baseball, courtesy of American Legion Baseball, just tell us who the all-time home run hitter is for the MLB. Next pitch, it's whacked and it's deep. And getting back in time, you could see literally falling backward, but making and keeping his eye, making the catch as the left fielder for 1 out. So a good play here by Syview. So Bravilio Angel is the relief pitcher here for Syview, coming in trying to put the lid on. And coming to the plate is Rodriguez. Of course, Rodriguez started the ball game on the mound for Northridge. Next pitch taken on the outside corner, painting the black. It's now 0-1 by Rodriguez. So coming in and trying to put the lid down here is Angel. 11 hits even for both teams. In the dirt, knocked down. Count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike. Rodriguez trying to get something going here. 1 out. We've said this quite a few times in this ball game. 2-out rally by both teams. Angel delivers. Going to be a slow roller. It's going to be a tough play. And Rodriguez hustles it for a base hit. Almost looked like a perfectly laid down bunt, but really was a little squibber. And Rodriguez hustling and gets the base hit. So never say die here for the Grizzlies. This is a team that can get it going, as we've seen. And coming to the plate is Ricardo Sanchez and potentially Ryan Kelly. Syview looking for the double play. You can see playing up is the infield. And they're going to award the runner, looks like, to second. Yeah, you can see Norm Johnson. And We're guessing it was a balk, but I did not see the play. So Johnson going to talk it over with the coach of Syview. Explain his call, no argument there. We're not going to see a Billy Martin play. Sorry, not today, at least not right now anyways. So now runner at second, trying to prevent this game from ending an inning early. Onhill delivers low for a ball. It's now 1 ball and no strikes. So being very careful. You can see keeping the pitches low. Does not want to give up a big ball here, let alone a base hit. Good location so far on the balls. Next pitch waved at for a strike. Nice location, big swing. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. So again, if you're looking to win a free baseball, courtesy of American Legion Baseball, just come to the press box, hit up Scott Gibson and tell him who is the all-time home run hitter for the MLB. Ball in the dirt, dug out nicely. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Game 1 rapidly coming to an end here. 18-8 ball game. Next pitch knocked down and in the dirt. Count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. Chacon going to talk to us, give some encouragement there to Onhill. Count goes to 3-1. Next pitch whacked foul. Count goes to full count. So Sanchez in the 7th spot. Also, Ricardo has some power here. You can see by the closed off stance, looking to get a base hit here. Hit down the right field line foul, trying to go opposite field. Count still remains at 3-2. So this is game 1, literally, of our webcast here at Butch Butler. We may pull a surprise here in week 3. We're not sure yet, but so far we are scheduled to do 5 straight weekends, double headers right here at Butch. 3-2 pitch on the way, waves at it. It's going to get past the catcher Chacon. So on the 3rd strike, Sanchez gets to first base, not able to make a play on the throw. So now it gets a little more interesting here. Men at the corners, 1 out, and a good contact hitter in Ryan Kelly stepping to the plate. So Kelly stepping to the plate. We've seen him with some very good at-bats, looking to extend this. Fly ball will keep them playing another inning. First pitch taken for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Good location. Hitting him at the knees is Onhill. So men at 1st and 3rd, there's 1 out. We're in the bottom half of the 6th inning, 18-8 ball game. Northridge looking to stay in this one. If they score a run, they have 1 more at bats after this inning. If they don't score, the game is over, and we go into game 2 in about 20 minutes. Onhill set, little cat and mouse, keeping the runner honest at first. Keep in mind, they can go double play and end this on a ground ball to the infield. One pitch, a little bit high. There's the throw back. Is it in time? And not in time, but it was close at first. Chacon with a good arm, and we've seen him keeping those runners close. That was very close. Count goes to 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Men at the corners. On Hill delivers, waved at. There goes the runner. The play is on. Let's see if they get him out. They call him out, but the run scores. So it's now an 18-9 ball game. That was actually a good play because that prevented the game from ending. So Northridge scores here. Now there's 2 outs. Nice throw by Chacon. And a good tag by the second baseman here for Syview. But we play one more inning. Curveball gets him looking. And it's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Actually, Johnson calls him out, and that's the end of the inning. But most importantly, Northridge came back on the steal play and able to score the run and keep this going for one more at-bats. You're watching American Legion Baseball here on Rad Sports. Good to have you along. And we're heading to the 7th inning. We'll be right back. So Anthony Sidibaka actually won the Bowden baseball. He guessed the correct person. It was Hank Aaron, 755 home runs. We had a lot of good guesses, actually. We heard Barry Bonds, we heard Ty Cobb, we heard a number of different good responses. Understandably, you're thinking like season. There's a shot hit to center field, makes the catch for the first out. So a little bit of fireworks. You're getting also a little bit of breeze here, cooling it off nice. And if you're in the ballpark right now, and we're going to give you a chance to win some Rockies tickets, courtesy of American Legion Baseball. That'll be coming up in Game 2. So coming to the plate is David Martinez. He's the second baseman, and then it's A.J. Sidibaka. You can hear the breeze. Next pitch taken for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out on that screaming fly ball to center field. Reed delivers. Knocked down nicely by Rose. Count goes to 2-1. So there's 1 out. We're in the 7th inning. It's an 18-9 ball game. Northridge extending the play. Next pitch at the knees for a strike. Outside corner painting the black. It is now 2-2. Reed delivers, hit to right field. Wynn's going to play with this one. You can see the right fielder ranging back. Falls down. We'll see if he makes the catch. He does make the catch, and that was a battle, and he gets it for the 3rd out. So Northridge coming to bat in the bottom half of the 7th inning, try to scratch their way back. They're down by 9 runs. It's 18-9, Syview. So we're in the bottom half of the 7th inning, and we want to alert you. We're going to be giving away some Rockies tickets, and that's coming up shortly. First pitch, it's actually counted as 1 ball, 2 strikes. We have the 9th hitter, which is the 3rd baseman, coming to the plate, and that is Louis Ramirez, followed by the pitcher Easton or Caston Reed, and then potentially is Joe Lambardelli. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 18-9 ball game. This is game 1. Going to be a slow roller to the 2nd baseman. Actually, 1st baseman takes it, goes to the pitcher, to Angel in time for the 1st out. Well executed. So Syview coming out and doing a terrific job, not only hitting-wise, extending play, and then, of course, pitching has really picked up here in the last 4 innings to make it a little bit harder on Northridge. Northridge, of course, really, if you think about it, you thought in the early parts of this ball game, in the first couple of innings, Northridge was ahead 5-0, making it kind of tough. But you thought, okay, Northridge is going to run away with this one. And in this case, Syview really showing some character and really stepping it up and extending counts, being very selective, and of course getting, really it was the 3rd inning where Syview really started to take over and extended play, not only tied it up, but then starting to go ahead in the latter part of the innings. Next pitch taken for strike. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. So the wind really starting to pick up here. We know that rain is coming here in the next couple of days. Maybe seeing this storm a little bit early. Next pitch whacked to left field, going to be a base hit. So a nice hit by Reed with a 1-out single. And it's Joe Lambardelli stepping to the plate. Then it's going to be Cesar Galvan and potentially Mike Varon, the 2nd baseman. So Lambardelli, of course, has had a good night as far as at the plate. A little bit tough on the mound, but again, Syview has had some good appearances at the plate as well. So let's give some credit here to Syview as well. Runner at 1st in Reed, 1 out. Angel delivers inside for a strike at the knees on the inside corner. So a good location on Lambardelli, and it's now 0-1. So Northridge trying to stay out of the double play. You can see the infield playing up. Throw back not in time. Very good move by the pitcher Angel, keeping him honest at first. Very quick move. Next pitch, hit up the middle. It's going to be a base hit. This could go extra. It goes at least 2. Lambardelli rounding first. If the throw's in time, we'll see in the relay, gets a double. So you now have men at 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. Northridge making a run here. But they're down by 9 runs. So coming to the plate is Cesar Galvan, followed by potentially Mike Varon. So the good news with that double is at least it got them out of a potential double play to end the inning. So the number 3 hitter, Galvan, looks at a ball, and it's now 1-0. Still 9 runs away, but they say never say die. Next pitch taken for a strike. You could see him changing his motion, delivering it right on the outside corner, being careful of Galvan's power. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Men at 2nd and 3rd. In the dirt, dug out nicely by Chacon. Count goes to 2-1. Very impressed with Chacon. We've seen him make some nice catches behind the plate, blocking the ball nicely. Looking for that snap throw going to third. We've seen some very good ones to first, just couldn't get the handle there. So kind of going to 3-1. We're going to be announcing the player of the game shortly. That will be decided by the coach of the winners. Onhill delivers a strike right across the plate. Now count goes to 3-2. So money pitch here for Onhill. Goes outside, misses him, and the bases are now loaded, and an opportunity for Mike Varon. So Varon, who hits in the 4th spot, and they're going to go out and have a conference here with Onhill. He has made some nice pitches in this inning, but just missing. This is not so much trying to calm him down, but more talking strategy on what to do here with Varon, who is a cleanup hitter. Varon also, because he plays a position where it's more speed related, is going to be a tough out. So they're going to be looking for us at home, trying to prevent any more runs from scoring. So an opportunity here for Varon. Next pitch whacked. Going to be a tough play. They're going to try to go to second for the force. They get it, but a run scores. So hit in the hole, but a heads-up play by the shortstop for Syview, and it's now an 18-10 ball game with 2 outs. And the catcher, Hayden Rose, coming to the plate. So men at the corners, they can get the easy out at second, potentially. But Rose is going to have something to say about this. So there's the set play. Most likely you will not see them try to steal here. You don't want to give up an out on the throw because Chacona's got a good arm. First pitch taken for a ball, and it's now 1 ball and no strikes to Hayden Rose. You can watch a rebroadcast of this. We will post this on our Facebook sites, not only on our website after the second ball game, but we'll post it on the Facebook site and also on the American Legion Facebook site. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, 1 run is in. Oh, wow, that was close, and they pick him off, and that will do it. So the final score is 18-10, 11 hits in the ball game for Syview, 1 error, and for Northridge, 10 runs on 13 hits and 2 errors. We'll be back momentarily to give you the player of the game. And then game 2, we will turn off the webcast for a short time, and then we'll come back with game 2.